Welcome to our one-on-one special on LIE with the Supergirls. Today we're going to talk about the physical challenges that they faced and if the weather impacted their trip.
It really wasn't that grueling. Our bodies did pretty well, actually. We paced ourselves knowing that we still had more than 1,000 miles to go. So we learned to give our muscles the rest they needed. The only thing that really suffered were our feet, because they were mostly exposed to the cold all the time. So our feet really took a toll. But in terms of our physical endurance, I think we were fine. Lou had some.
Yeah, I had some issues with my hands, and I think that's mostly from the cold, just joints and everything. Muscularly, everything was fine. We had a lot of broadside wind, so there was a lot of paddling on one side, and the majority of those broadside days were coming out of the west. So there was a lot of paddling on the left side. So that having to grip the paddle in that bottom hand, it just, between the inflammation and then having that constant pull and stress on those joints, gave a little bit of an issue.
We ate a lot of jerky.
Yeah, we definitely had it. It kind of evolved as we went, because we started out with the freeze-dried camp food and trail mix and bars and jerky and
Protein bars.
yeah, plantain chips. Did I say that already? So good, so amazing. But that is, you go along, you kind of get sick of things, and so by the end of the trip, we really weren't eating the camp food almost at all. And when we did have it, we really just had it. We would make it in the morning when we made breakfast, and we'd have it for lunch during the day, because they're also very heavy. And at the end of the day, you don't really need something that heavy, so we would use it for like the bigger energy throughout the day for lunch. And then at night, we would have like tuna. She would have anchovies and
Sardines.
Oh, sardines and anchovies. They both come in it.
Like peaches from Georgia.
Peaches. So we didn't have shoes for a lot of the way.
We kept losing shoes. The ocean.
We had them and we lost them. We had them, we lost them.
The ocean's a prankster.
Yeah.
So she kept taking our shoes.
Only one at a time.
One at those two.
Well, the first time she took two, and then it was just one at a time. But so we would always be in either just the socks of the dry suit, which would wear out, and so then they were no longer dry. And then when you're walking on the beach, there's these little sand spurs, little suckers, and they grow on bushes. So you don't just get one. You literally would step and you would look, and your whole foot would be covered with these spiky little balls, and they would stick in your feet. And so for the next week, we would
the
be
salt water
trying to find those thorns.
Man.
They were terrible. They were awful. And then we ran into cactuses when we got further down.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, longer spikes.
Longer, terrible thorns. It was cold most of the time. It was unseasonably warm when we left, and then rapidly got to being unseasonably cold in New Jersey. And then Virginia was actually the most temperate. And then the further south we went, the more unseasonably cold it got. And then everybody kept saying it would warm up, but then it never did. And then when we finally got to Florida, it snowed. So we were bringing the winter with us, apparently. Until we got to maybe Fort Lauderdale. No.
Well, no, when we got to Melbourne, Melbourne we finally jumped in.
Yeah, that's true. That was the first day. after 3 months and 17 days or something.
Yeah.
We finally jumped in the water because we were actually hot.
Yeah. It was nice.
Yeah, it was nice. In Florida.
In Florida.
Wow, those girls went through a lot. I couldn't do that, but that's why they're called the Supergirls. So stay tuned next week when we find out the mental challenges they faced. That's going to be very interesting. We're going to learn a lot about more of these Supergirls. Don't miss it.